Peggy Noonan, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. TV gives everyone an image. Television gives everyone an image. But radio gives birth to a million images in the million ways. Now, we all have been very familiar with the story a lot of the new companies have had. In past, if you had to go someplace, you would check out the schedule. You still do if you have to go by train or a plane, etc. But now, you hail a cab on your phone. In past, if you had to watch a film, you would check the schedule on the cinema. You can still do that. But now, you can Netflix it or Prime, whatever you use. In past, if you had to listen to stories, you would tune into a radio. But now, you can actually listen to it on your phone using podcasts. So today, a theme I'm very passionate about, and I know I can see somebody smiling at the back. I'm going to talk about podcasts, and that's the Table Topics theme. So what I'm going to be covering is I'm going to share some of my favorite podcasts with you. Can I check in the audience how many of you know and listen to podcasts? Okay, cool. And does anybody not know what's a podcast? Okay, that's good. That's helpful. Right, so what I'm going to do is, the way I'm going to structure the Table Topics is I'm going to talk about a theme and call out my personal favorite podcast in that theme, and then pose a question to you in that domain. Right, so talking about stories. So my favorite, so obviously podcast is about listening to stories and what other people have to say about it. With regards to general life, some of my favorite podcasts are 99%, it's by Roman Mars. I'll try to give you details, but if I'm short on anything, you can always catch up with me on board later. Story Collider and Hidden Brain. If you've not heard any of these are very, very gripping storytelling podcasts, and you can be in a rush hour or you can be out in a field. They can grip you equally. So my question to the first speaker of Table Topics is, in 2 minutes or more, if you want to take more time, tell us the most gripping story you ever heard. Tell us the most gripping story you ever heard. And that is for Cheryl. So please welcome on stage the most gripping story you ever heard.
Good evening, Toastmasters, Table Topics Masters, most welcome guests. Podcast, oh my gosh, when I heard podcast, I thought, wow, excuse my French, fuck my life. Because, honestly, podcast is something that I would actually like to be able to enjoy if I could get a minute or 10 minutes to myself to do it. So, let me just tie the two together. Fuck my life, podcast, and why I can't get some minutes to actually listen to them. I've got lovely children, but they're always just, mum, mum, mum. Whatever it is, it's, you offer a solution, it's not good enough. The other day, my daughter actually asked me, Mum, can you tell me a story? And for the life of me, I couldn't think of one. So for now to be here, being asked, what is the most interesting, captivating story I've heard? I'm sorry, I can't tell you, but I can tell you about my children. Layla's 8. She's delightful. She wants, as you heard earlier, she wants to be a podcaster. No, sorry, not a podcaster, an influencer. She wants to be on YouTube, opening toys in front of a camera. Malik is 2.5, going on 25. I think he wants to be a free jumper, parkour artist. He wants to be Hulk. He wants to be Spider-Man, and I think he's got the skills to do it. I think my life is quite an interesting story, so I'll leave that with you. Good evening. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening and the rest of the speakers.
So, in the irony of the situation is, Cheryl, I also go through that. On long drives, my son literally eats my ears with questions. So the trick is, there is a podcast for kids. That, and I can fill you in on which ones to actually leave in the slide. All right, thank you. So the next topic is about macroeconomics. Now, a lot of you would have heard about a famous book called Freakonomics. It's by Stephen Wade and Steve, sorry, I'm forgetting the names, but that's one podcast I'll recommend very, very highly. And the other one is Make Me Smart. This is again by one of the radio presenters from NPR who have now started a venture to actually, in a way, dumbify the macroeconomic trends and help everybody understand what's going on. So what I'd like to know, why should we care about macroeconomic trends? Why should we care about macroeconomic trends in our personal life, to be precise? And I'd like Kiran to come and educate us about it.
First of all, thank you, Tamaj, for the amazing topic I get to speak about macro trends tonight. But lastly, I was actually at a conference today, and it was a marketing conference. My background's in marketing. And interestingly, they shared something about how in 10 years' time, whereas now we're all about visual advertising, in 10 years' time it is going to be more listening advertising that's going to come up and about. So the likes of Spotify are going to be able to then take advantage of this. There are so many moments in your day which you'll be having your headphones in, unless you're showering with your kids and you're probably screaming at them to like go away, where you're in the morning getting ready, you're on your commute, you might be at the gym running. All of those moments are key personal moments in which the influencers within these different advertising channels can come and touch you at those particular points. And I think that is a macro trend, which is almost a bit of inside information, which is going to transform some of these industries. Going back to macro trends and why they are important to actually consider, I think looking at history and looking at how people dip in and out of all of these different kind of trends, they will come back round again. I would think when you go back in the day and the radio just came on and people were listening for the first time, you think, whoa, this is revolutionary. Now when people look at the advertising mixes and they're thinking about radio, they're thinking of, that is probably the most dullest channel to reach my audience. I want to be thinking about Amazon, I want to be thinking about addressable TV. But actually, that radio, that power of listening is coming back around again. So I think macro trends are something to watch and something to track over the years.
Thanks, Kiran. Moving on to the next category, it's inspiring leaders. Now, obviously, there are a lot of inspirational speakers and motivators and influencers out there. The three I follow, or I should say 2.5 I follow, are, number one was Listen to Lucy. She's a Financial Times columnist. She used to write and speak very good content, very, I should say, extreme opinions on a few things sometimes. But she is now retired that life and now she's moved into teaching. So now I look up to two other inspiring individuals. I follow Gary Vee and Tim Ferriss of 4 Hour Week fame. So I'd like Melody to come up here and share which celebrity personality she has looked up to her whole life and has kind of stood the test of time, I would say, and still continues to follow. So Melody, please.
Which celebrity personality? That's difficult. I think, I don't know if they count as a celebrity, and I can't even remember their name now up here, but when I was in middle school, I think, I was selected as somebody who had some ability in writing, and as a result I was given the opportunity to go on to be part of a small group of kids who spent time with a poet. Brian Moses is his name, and he goes around to lots of different schools and does these very kind of musical, very enthusiastic performances of his poetry using percussion, drums, and I found how inspiring that was then has stayed with me to today. I don't know where he got his confidence and his sort of outgoing nature from, but even now, and being up here and being terrified, that thinking about how he managed to do that, and even though they were children, speak like that in front of people and have the confidence in the words that he wrote, even now I find really inspiring. I made contact with him a few years ago and told him what an impact he'd had on me, and how at the end of that session, that workshop that I did with him, the words that he wrote in my book, my poetry book, and the fact that he asked to speak to my parents and tell them that I had a great ability in writing, is almost certainly one of the things that led me to pursue the career that I did, and why, even when I have no confidence in many other things, that's one thing I'm sure I can do. So, and I think he really appreciated knowing that he had that impact on someone. So that's my person.
Now let's go a little meta on things. Now obviously it's not all fun and entertainment. I listen to it for serious stuff as well. For my trade or the domain I operate in, I listen to some of the core technology related podcasts as well. I will not bore you with the names of those. But what I'd like to know is, how do you keep up your skills, or would aspire to do it if you're not investing right now? You're not trying to name and shame, but how do you keep up your skill set for the field you are in? Okay, so if you are into engineering, how do you keep up? Do you read more books? Do you listen to me? And I would like Matt to come and share that with us. So, Matthew. So, Matthew, to share how does he keeps up with his skill set?
How do I keep up my skill set? In my job, so I'm in the RAF. I work as cabin crew on the Royal Squadron at RAF in Norfolk. And when I started that, I was exposed to the Prime Minister and all of the MPs, the Royal Family. And the first thing I've got to do, I've got to brief them on their flight, tell them about the weather, the timings, turbulence, any other complications. And doing that, when I first started it, I felt alright actually. I remember doing it, I was like, yeah, that went well. And then my instructor said to me, you was leaning against the chair while you said that. Well, it was totally unprofessional, but I didn't realise I was doing that. What I was trying to do is hide my body. So what I did is, I went onto YouTube, because that's how I fix anything these days. I fixed my car, stupid story, I'm not going to go into it, but I tried to fix my cauliflower ear from my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if anyone knows about doing that now. But so I thought, I'll try public speaking. So first thing, I went onto YouTube, and there was this guy, it's from Brazil, Charisma Command, I think it was called. And he said, look, this is what you need to do for public speaking, but if you want to get really good at it, you need to join a Toastmasters club. I was like, what's that? So I put that into Google, and I noticed there was loads of Toastmasters club. There was all around me in London. So I went and I thought, okay, so I'll put the closest one to me. And that's here, this is how I got here tonight. So, yeah, I think that was one of my skills. I find anything I want to do, I can listen to podcasts. There's a guy on there called Jocko Willink, who's a Navy SEAL. He's also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he just talks about leadership. And when this guy talks, you listen to him. So, if I was going to recommend you a podcast tonight, Jocko Willink. Thank you.
Okay, last couple of ones maybe. So, sometimes I like to listen to something more risque. Okay? Yes. You can use podcasts for that as well. And I'm not saying they are they're not erotic stuff, etc. They are just stories at the end of the day. But idea is sometimes you could be listening to stories. Since the barrier has been broken, I'll take Sharon's lead and say that somebody is pissing on somebody else, and they would actually come out and share that how their life changed because of that experience. I know sometimes I'll cringe while I'm listening to it, but I'm still shivering by the expressions that they used. So for that, I would use a podcast called Risk. And if you're into awkward food stories, then there's a podcast called Sportful. What I'd like Biraj to come here and share is one cheeky thing that he did that he has not told many people about.
Thank you, Thomas. Well, talking about this podcast, I've never used it. I know what it is, but I've never used it. So don't ask me about it. So if you're thinking some business person that you follow, I don't know, recently I've seen the Elon Musk. As a person, I think he's a bit, restless. But if you look at the work he has done, I've got tremendous respect for him. So the cheeky thing I have done, you want to know? Well, I've done so many things in life. I live by accident. I have no plan. I just follow whatever surrounding throws to me. I go and do it. So I don't know if I want to describe. I think we'll have to keep coming every week to Toastmaster meetings, so you will listen more about it. The most amazing incident I had was I fell asleep when I was 10 years old in a jungle, and I was awakened by, people say ghost, but I don't think so. It could be somebody. I went back home and I'm fine now. I don't get scared with any negative energy, just how I refer. So if you want to know more about me, keep coming here. Thank you.
Okay, hands up if you thought that the finale of Games of Thrones was pathetic. Nobody's seen it?
Sorry.
Okay, alright. Finale of Games of Thrones, sorry. So, podcasts come in packages as well. There are some very, very popular series that you can actually listen to. There is if I'm not mistaken, I don't have it noted, but I think there is a series called Serial Killer, or I think just Serial, which became quite popular. I'm not caught up on that. But I'd like Russell to come and share, if his life were to be converted into a podcast, what it would be called and why.
If something is invented in the first 30 years of your life, it is new, it is exciting, it's wonderful, and you probably get a job in it. If anything is created after the first 30 years of your life, it is against the natural order of things, it doesn't work and you forget about it. Welcome to my life. I started working in IT 20 years ago, and things have changed a lot since I first started doing stuff. So my life at the moment is, how the bloody hell does that work? Especially when I work in the city now. If I go to Shoreditch, it's like going to a different country. If I go to a bar in Shoreditch, I hear all the techies talking. And before, I knew exactly what they had to say. I knew what they were saying instantly. And now it's like they're talking Japanese. Literally. So, my life at the moment, to somehow, a podcast will be called Catch Up. It's where I see not catch. Because I need to catch up and try and work out what the hell's going on, because the natural order of things has changed. I now have my daughter, who every time I put some clothes on, she just looks at me. I try to do something nice for my wife. She just looks at me. need to sort of embrace the old, but sort of adapt to the new as well, I think. Which is part of the reason why I've taken on lesson at the moment at Coventry.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, my session finishes, and I'd like to hand it back to Adam to take the rest of the.
Thank you very much. Now it's time to vote for the best development topics. Yes, sorry. Before when we do this, please on the stage, don't keep it.
Alright, so first we had Cheryl with most gripping story you've heard. She came in at 1:30. Kirill, why should we care about macroeconomics? That was 1 minute 53 seconds. Meredith. Melody, sorry. Which personality does she follow? She came in at 1 minute 45 seconds. Matt, how do you keep your skill set up to date with your industry? 2 minutes 15 seconds. Viraj, tell us about a cheeky thing you've done. 1 minute 18 seconds. And last person to come here was Russell. What would the podcast based on your life be called? 1 minute 48 seconds. And if, in case here's someone who's never heard of a podcast before, and if they're wondering whether they should, start listening to a podcast, they should start with Planet Money. It is one of the most awesome, most fascinating and captivating podcasts you'll ever hear. Start with Planet Money. Thank you.
Now we can start voting for the best topics. 1 minute.
Do you want to repeat the names?
Yes. So we had Cheryl, Kiran, Melody, Matt, Viraj, and Russell.
Thank you. And now I would like to introduce on the stage table topic evaluator, Irina Ursu.
Well, that's a nice topic for tonight. I don't know anything about topics, so I was quite enjoying that I wasn't here presenting myself. So I'll start with the first person, Cheryl. She had to speak about an interesting story. So I like the way she came here and sort of from the start, sort of kind of captivated us through that expression, which I'm not going to use it. But when she said that, everyone was like, what's going to be? What she's going to say? So it was really nice to have this introduction. I like that she came here and spoke very calm. I like the tone of her voice all the time for the speech. And I think it was a nice deviation from the topic because she didn't really like about broadcasting and stuff like that, and she kind of deviated from that really nice.
has some kind of experience in marketing, which is not that far from macroeconomics and stuff like that. So I think she was really building her confidence with us, that she knows what she's going to speak about. She's kind of has the expertise and she's going to share with us. So she started by what's going to be our life in 10 years' time, which I think was a great story, which everyone of us follow and starting to look for more details from her. I like the nice transition that you had at the end of your speech. What I would like as a recommendation is to maybe speak a bit fast. You try to explain lots of things and you rushed into your speech. Take it a bit slow and again, kind of look at the ground for quite a long time during the speech. Try to avoid that. Third person, melody, which personality you want to follow. Again, a great story from her experience. She spoke about the person she followed who was young, about how that person inspired her. So I think it's a great story for her to follow, and we kind of relate to that some point. What I would like to recommend is maybe engaging more with the audience, like in terms of eye contact and vocal variety. Matt, how do you keep up with the skill set? What do I like about Matt's speeches? When he came here, his voice was like really strong, really like wake me up, which is good. And then he started talking about his job and how this sort of role gets him to learn about more, develop himself, and how YouTube get him to know the Toastmasters. So it's a good relationship between relevance of YouTube, work experience, and Toastmasters. So all of this came together really nice. What I would like to recommend is maybe get the conclusion, because I didn't feel like it was a conclusion at the end. But I like the fact that he made a recommendation to us, like follow that person, you're going to have something to learn from that. So, good point for that. Viraj, cheeky think you've done. I think starting quite with a lot of story and then at the end kind of get us to the final point when he said the thing that really happened to him and marked it was that he fell asleep in the jungle. But kind of for me personally, I felt like it took a long time to get to this point, and I've lost the other bits of his speech. As well, what I want to recommend is maybe look to this side as well, because during the speech, kind of follow this side. I know Tanuj was sitting there and kind of he wants to talk more, engaging more with him, and he forgot this side of the audience. And the last person we have, Russell, and he spoke about his life. He made good points by saying, welcome to my life. And again, I thought the way he spoke, the calm in his voice was really nice. And he talked about his life in terms of how his daughter reacts and how his wife reacts when he's saying something or he's he actually made some good gesture by saying, sorry, I can't do that. I thought the gesture was really good and really expressed the daughter and the wife attitude. So it's good night. It was a good point. What I would like to see more is vocal variety during the speech, because throughout the speech it was like the same tone and this kind of have this balance between up and down, but really like the gesture during the speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Lina. Well done. This is not easy at all. Now it's time for evaluation reports. Please on the stage, initially.
All right, this is the last time you'll see me today. Craig robbed me of the opportunity to go crazy with my Bell of Doom, coming in at 3:29. Ibrahim, 2 minutes 47 seconds. Cheryl, 3 minutes 15 seconds. And Irina at 7 minutes 18 seconds. Thank you.
Now it's time to vote for the best evaluation. So take another. Thank you. Now it's time for Stephen. How are the mind?
So this evening, plenty of very nice words were used, plenty of good humour. I like the title, Root of All Evils. It directly pushes you towards what everybody pictures, one knows as money. You know, I work in a gambling industry. You know, when somebody mentions the root of all evils, everybody just sees money. You know, they've got that obsession in their head. It's quite interesting, although we don't want to go too mad. David, plenty of rules of three. More. Again, nice words, beautiful, bountiful. And also, I like the way you started when I was 17. You told us a story, and then at the end, you took us back to where you were. It made us reflect on everything you just said, made us question a lot of the wordings you used and the experiences you've had. Tim, hope, dreams, glory, and the glory of being ordinary. I was expecting it to be twisted on its head. I didn't expect it to be actually the glory of being ordinary, which I found quite interesting from reading the title. So I was expecting more of a motivational speech, and I got actually the opposite, and it was very well done. So there was plenty of words that were very low key, that were pleb, bloke, lofty. You know, they're very low key words where it's more of an ordinary speech rather than the big words you would often see in public speaking. Rules of three, again, well used, but there was a lot of rules of four when you gave your, which I don't think it exists, but you were using, you know, the famous people. You had four of them. There was something else that you mentioned. You had another four examples of. So there was a lot of fours in there. I think Craig
what I did like the most is don't tell me what to do, tell me how to do it. You know, I think that pretty much summed it up on what I think we all wanted to hear, and I think it was nicely worded, nicely put. Great welcome, great introduction, great mechanics. It was great. There was a few more rules of three from Cheryl. Commendation, recommendation, commendation. I also liked your bright and very nice wording, dash and harsh. You know, they were big words, and I think they describe nicely what you were looking to, the message you were looking to put across. Adam used some nice words as well when he was trying to tell us about what Toastmasters is all about: education, motivation, inspiration. You know, he was basically telling us about his story and the difficulties he'd gone through, and basically trying to push him into being, what was the word, tenacious. That didn't get used tonight, unfortunately. When we go to the podcast, the colourful language, wow, don't use that in front of children. But it was good. There were some good ones I liked. Speaking Japanese to portray the fact that you actually don't understand a single thing of what people are saying. And unfortunately that was all I've written down. So, Mr. Toastmaster.
Now it's time for last role. Harpmaster, please welcome on the stage Paula Lewis.
So they say silence is golden, and it truly is actually when you're listening. And that's what I've been doing, just as you've been doing, listening to each other in this sort of very safe space in terms of us learning and us developing and us growing. And so my role this evening as Harpmaster is relatively new in this club, and it's just really me asking you questions about what you've heard, and the person who answers the quickest, just by raising their hands, gets my remit. So, first question then, thank you very much. So first question, how much money did David hold in his hand when he was in the bank last time?
$100,000.
Excellent, okay. How old was he when he met his future wife to be? I think you need to give it to him. That's right. Remind me of your name again? Karen.
Oh, me. Karen. I'm 17.
Thank you, Karen. And what is the name of Tim's? Sorry, what is the middle name of Tim's daughter? Oh, I saw.
Hope. Hope.
And what's the name of the Trojan Toastmaster who was inspired by a poet at a young age? David?
No.
Yes. What podcast did Nisha recommend? Cheryl? Show me the money. I'm sure there's a film where that's give one example of what Elena enjoyed when she listened to Cheryl's table topic.
Colourful rules.
Absolutely. And what role does Matt have? So what does Matt do for a living? Perfect. And that's it.
support. Okay.
This is the first thing into my head. I think a real leader is someone who knows how to hand on the baton to someone else.
Good. Someone else?
I think what we lack is inspirational leaders.
Very good.
A leader is someone that people follow.
Exactly, yes. So, but a real leader can be tyrant? Of course can. But he shouldn't show everyone that he is tyrant because the team counts on him. So he always be on time, he always support all team. And sometimes as a president I got 5 offers at the same time and everyone expects quickly response. Everyone. And so the mindset should be relaxed and calm, and we are human, so nobody's perfect. We learn. That's why we are Toastmasters. And we have many Toastmasters club in London. So we support each other, this teamwork. I learn a lot from new members. And everyone can ask me, I can give advices, someone, and I was watching who is more experienced than me, and I learned from everyone. So, thank you very much. Today was my icebreaker as Toastmasters in another club, and welcome the stage president. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. And we actually have an icebreaker ribbon up here because I thought one of the speeches was an icebreaker, but it wasn't. So you can have the icebreaker ribbon for your icebreaker Toastmaster. Okay. On to the main events. For the second time running, and I've been a member of this club for 3.5 years now, but for the second time running, and only the second time in my memory, we have a tie. So we have 2 people who tied for best table topics. Can we have a drum roll, please? Cheryl and Matt. There you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Best evaluator. Craig. Finally, best speaker, drum roll. The man who was a drummer, Tim. Thank you. Right, that brings our meeting to a close. It was a longer meeting today because of the elections. Our next meeting will be the second Wednesday in June. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the 12th of June. So Wednesday the 12th of June, back here, normal time. And my last thing, whatever your political views, tomorrow is election day. Use your vote. Please go out and vote in the European elections. Thank you. Good night.